the air is not good. Oh, there's a Volvo. Sorry, I'm still doing the, to the Volvos. Oh my gosh, I was not recording this whole entire time. I said some good shit. Dang. I'm just kidding. About mercury fillings. I'm just going to sit here and talk for a second. I don't really like talking to my neighbors. Does anybody else? I mean, it's not that I don't think they're cool people, but we don't need to be friends, that's too close to home. I like my privacy, my own business, but I'm kind of introverted like that. And because I don't know, for some reason people get this weird thing sometimes and they anyways, that's not my point. My point, I was talking about infertility and mercury fillings and birth control and all sorts of things. And antibiotics and the white coats and the dentists. They are brainwashed. They're not smarter than us. They're not any smarter. They just know about something. They can't just, I could build a house, It might take me a while, but I could do it because I've worked in high school. I had a high school boyfriend that his parents owned an insulation company, and then he worked for this other, and so he taught me pretty much, him and his family taught me how to build a house just throughout the years of working with them. So I bet most doctors, they spend they're literally in a brainwashing program, a mind control brainwashing program. That's what it seems like medical school is. Just like elementary school, junior high, high school. That's all. It's all just, it's weird when you see it and you I don't know if since I didn't see it before, and I vaccinated my kids when they were little, and I held them down. I held my kids down while these people injected poison into them. And I never questioned it. I never questioned it until one day. Actually, I don't even, it was when they were up for their boosters. And so I'm like, it seems weird, that a lot of people, and I start looking into it, and oh my gosh, for the last few years, I could probably tell you way more about, I could probably tell you more about vaccines than your pediatrician for your child can. That's really sad, because that's their main thing that they do at well checks. Kids don't need well checks. That's what do you don't go, it says it somewhere in the Bible. I can't even remember where right now. It says, do not seek a physician unless you are ill. Well, you won't be ill if you don't seek a physician. So tell those white coats to freaking take a hike. You'll tell the Jehovah's Witnesses and the Mormons and everybody else that's trying to poison your brain. You'll tell those people to take a hike, but you won't tell this because as a society we're supposed to take our kids in for well checks. Do these foster parents that are molesting these kids and creating monsters in these places, do they take the kids on well checks? No, do they just do Zoom meetings and just medicate them more and give them more foster kid money because they're medicated kids now? Because it's so sick what's going on. And it's so sick that most people turn a blind eye to it. It can be right in front of their fucking face. Excuse my language, but it can be right in their face. And do you know what they do? They look the other way. What? That is crazy. There was a guy, I live in an area that, I'm sure there's homeless people around here. I'm sure there is. But there's a lot of places that we live in it's wheat fields and freaking old abandoned farm. There's lots of places you can stay. You don't need to stay at the elementary school, at the park below the elementary. You don't need to sleep there. One guy, no reason for that. So my kids come home one time. This was a while back. And they're like, so this guy at the park, there's a guy living down at the park. And I said, what? They're like, yeah, he's been down there for a week or something, but today he talked to us. And I said, what did he say? He asked us if we had Facebook. And my kids don't. There's no... So I went down there. And it was raining, which kind of sucked because like I felt like I didn't get my point across as much because I felt like my yelling was muffled by the rain for some reason, and because it was really raining. But so I go down to the park and I see this guy and he sees me and I'm obviously looking for somebody, you know. Well, he starts to like look around and I said, "Excuse me, sir." And he ignores me. And I said, "Sir, excuse me, I'm talking to you because you're the only motherfucker standing there, right?" And he looks around and he starts walking away. And I'm like, what the fuck is this dude? And I had my dog with me. Excuse my language. I can't believe I was talking like that. I'm so sorry. Anyways, I had my dog with one of my dogs, and he's a German Shepherd. And he actually has a very vicious bark. But he was not barking. He just sat down next to me, and he was not making a sound. So it was not like my dog was intimidating. So there's no reason for this guy not to say, "Yeah, can I help you?" You know, this is his home, obviously. This park is his home, right? So be hospitable, motherfucker. Just kidding. Anyways, sorry about that again. I'm not going to do that again. And then anyways, so he starts walking into the apartments next to this lower area park. He starts walking into these apartments like he lives there or something. And I said, "Excuse me, I think that you're the guy that's," I didn't say guy, but I said, "Excuse me, I think you're the guy that's staying down at this park." And then, and so there's people walking by because it's a college town and stuff. And people are like stopping. And I said, "Did you guys know about this?" And I'm like calling these people out in this apartment complex. People start looking out their windows. The people across the street look out their windows and they're all like nodding like they know that he's living in the park. And I'm like, okay, this guy was arrested because he was he likes to look at, I don't know what he does, but he has to register as a sex offender. The reason I know that is because it was on the news, and that's